Today I want to make a quick video on Air Trigger, and I picked out this perk specifically to make a video on because I was waiting for Criminal's Dagger to drop because that's the weapon I wanted to test it on. And that's why I haven't really been uploading in the last 2 weeks, and this perk itself is going to be the reason why I won't be uploading a lot in the future. As it perfectly represents what I don't like about Destiny and what is continuing to exist in Destiny, and that is the AE system. So, what does this perk do? When airborne, your accuracy and reload speed are increased, and your target acquisition is decreased. Now, I took this into a private match to test it. I used 2 Criminal's Daggers, both with 81 AE, I believe, and jumped up in the air. One had air trigger, one didn't, and I shot them. What I found was the accuracy cone, like it says, is improved. You basically don't experience visual bloom on screen. The cone does not move, versus when you don't have the perk, it does move. The weapon blooms, like all weapons do. So for that reason, it's awesome. It reduces bloom, cool. It also destroys your aim assist cone. Not worth taking. We already knew that trade-off isn't worth taking when they introduced the AE system. When we first heard about the AE system way back in the day, everyone was super excited because they thought, oh, we're going to be more accurate and we might have less aim assist, but our bullets are going to go straight. This is awesome. No, it's not. Your bullets going straight really isn't that important in a game where aim assist is so powerful. Aim assist moves your bullets so much in Destiny, and when you lose it, it's so noticeable. And it's just so not worth it. And already the airborne effectiveness system, when you're in the air with 100 airborne effectiveness, your gun only has like 60% of its aim assist. So you're already taking a huge penalty just jumping in the air, even when you're fully spec'd into the AE system. So to have a perk that just comes in here doing the same thing the AE system does, just perpetuates the issue. It makes things even worse. So unfortunately, after then taking this into Rumble to really feel it out, what I found was, it feels about the same, if not a little bit worse, which is crazy because there's already a drawback to this perk. One, when you jump in the air, you obviously get the benefits. When you don't, the perk's not even there. You have to jump in the air to get the benefits of this perk. That should have been the built-in drawback. It doesn't even need the target acquisition decrease because the perk doesn't do anything unless you're in the air. On top of that, this perk is also taking up a perk slot. I don't know if they thought this was an origin trait or something. Maybe they got confused, but this is a perk. And imagine if this gun also had keep away on it. Who in their right mind isn't just picking keep away? You get a reload speed benefit, you get an accuracy benefit, and you get a range benefit. Why am I going to use this over that? You know? That's kind of an issue this whole game has, and it's why they can't add in perks like this or balance weapons in a way that ever affects their aim assist. Because we have a this over that kind of mentality. The whole community does. If a gun's aim assist gets nerfed, we'll switch to a gun that doesn't have its aim assist nerfed, and it'll feel better, and we're going to stick with that. Like, why would I take a perk that destroys my gun when I can take a perk that only helps my gun? Can someone at Bungie answer that? I don't think they can. So I don't even know what the point of this perk is. Well, I do know what the point of the perk is. It's just field prep in the air. So if you treat it like that, you're going to have fun with it. But if you try and focus on the accuracy portion of this perk and really pray that it would help your AE, it doesn't. It won't. And it'll make the gun feel almost slightly worse, if not just the same, which isn't worth, that's not worth it. You're just wasting a perk slot. If you use this for just the airborne purposes, you're losing a perk slot for no reason. That's the reality of this perk. That's what I learned, and that's kind of why I'm not going to be playing this game much anymore. Like, we're 3 years into this airborne effectiveness system, and they still haven't come to the very obvious conclusion and final change of just making it so that when you're at 100 AE, your gun is the same as it is on the ground, in both accuracy and aim assist. Why that hasn't happened yet after all this time, I don't know. I really don't know. Because there's a lot of sacrifices you have to make to get to 100 AE. You got to use a weapon with high base AE. You got to put on Icarus grip. You got to run helmet mods. You got to run an exotic that improves your AE. And maybe even on top of all of that, you need to run a aspect or fragment that improves your AE. So there's a lot of stuff you have to change in your build just to be able to jump in the air. And even at this current state of time, when you jump in the air, your gun's still worse. And I just can't go any longer with that being the case, with that being the reality. I'm sick of it. And it's crazy because way back before the AE system, it wasn't much better. Like, you put Icarus grip on your gun and it was good, but it wasn't as good as you can get now. When you're at 100 AE, you're better than you used to be, for sure. For sure. But really? Like, that's the best they can do? You have to build all into the system just to be slightly better than before? Really? Like, it just feels like wasted potential. I love the idea of the system. I'm willing to make the sacrifices to get my gun to feel good in the air, but then to have it not feel that good in the air after all the stuff you have to do to build into it is just, it's just gone on for too long. So this perk is, I think, a great metaphor for the AE system and the sandbox in general. A load of hooey. And it just feels like everything about the The sandbox right now is just against what I like. The matchmaking systems aren't where I like them to be. The queue times are bad. Leaving during matches is a real problem. I actually was a part of the problem today because I was lobby surfing trying to get into like a good map for jumping in the air just to get the background gameplay. So sorry to all the players out in Rumble that I left the games of, but I was not about to play on Anomaly or Cauldron. So that was a little bit unfortunate. But normally I stay in games and everyone else leaves. And it sucks. So that's a huge issue right now. The ability sandbox is horrible at the moment. It always is, though. There's always something on top. Right now it's Prismatic Hunter. Once they get nerfed, it'll be something else. That's just how Destiny is. I don't really have a huge issue with that. Sometimes the thing on top is better than others. Right now, I think Prismatic Hunter, it's one of the more annoying ones out there for sure. But it's nothing new at this point. But the real issue is the lack of variety and change-ups. We haven't had any good sandbox changes in a while that I've really been able to engage with. Airborne Effectiveness was one of like the last ones that was like could have been really awesome and it wasn't, and that's what really makes me sad that they haven't capitalized on this system. And the special ammo economy is horrible right now. There's a lot not to like about PvP at the moment. So in times like these, if you're a PvP player, just leave. Don't play this trash game. Don't give them the numbers to show their shareholders or whatever the hell they do with them. They don't deserve to have players on this game because it's just not delivering on anything right now as far as PvP is concerned. And it's crazy because they just added in 3 maps and they were like giving attention to PvP, but it's just nothing's really going in the right direction. It's very odd what they've been doing. It's all been like special ammo focused, and they've ended up on this trash system. It's like they're just inept. They really do suck at developing PvP, and it's quite embarrassing, honestly. They should genuinely just be embarrassed at this point, how bad of a job they've done. And this perk is just such a clear indication of that. Why is there a penalty to your aim assist on this perk? This is so stupid. It's crazy. Even if it didn't have the penalty, it's really just not that good of a perk. The reload speed is the best part about it. The accuracy is not that useful. It really just isn't. It's only up when you're in the air. And when you're in the air, there's other issues that you're already facing. So accuracy isn't going to help them. Aim assist is. And this hurts your aim assist. So it's trash. I don't want to repeat myself forever, though. I'm going to end the video there. And I probably won't be uploading very frequently at all because I don't need to do videos on a bunch of weapons in PvP. Nothing is really that good right now. The meta is still probably just like Conditional Finality and Igneous. If you want to use a hand cannon and a SMG, that's also good. And then just pick whatever the best subclass is, and that's it. That's literally the meta. Not going to change apparently, and I'm sick of it. So that's it for the video. Hopefully they improve air trigger and remove that penalty, and it still won't be that good. I'll see you guys later though. Peace.